It's so strange, isn't it, that the only people who actually don't get protected by anti-racism rules are, it seems, white people. Oh, and Jews. I think that this is just symptomatic, this move by the Welsh Government now to introduce this effort to make Wales anti-racist by 2030. It really says something, that they think that Wales is this hotbed of racism, and that also we can wait till 2030 if it is, in order to get rid of that. But this whole report, I tried to get through it. It's absolutely turgid, interminable, full of jargon. It's impenetrable. But if you do plough through it, you see that it's full of all this DEI nonsense, full of talk about BAME, which it defines as black, Asian and minority ethnic. So I'm not sure why we have to mention black and Asian, because they would come under minority ethnic, which in my days used to call ethnic minority, but apparently flipping it round somehow makes it different. All of this just shows that the effort is to try and obfuscate and also to try and re-racialise our society.
Yes.
Because this constant obsession on people's race is actually doing the opposite of what people like Martin Luther King wanted, which is that we shouldn't see colour in each other. We should actually see the kindness and goodness of each other's personalities and abilities, and that we should treat each other equally. But I think that efforts like this one are obsessively focusing particularly on the white majority in this country or in Wales, and saying, you guys are racist. The more you say you're not racist, the more you must be racist because you don't even know it.
Well, I think Eluned Morgan, by the way, also known as Baroness Morgan of Ely, well-known socialist, I think that she's being racist. She's being racist against the white population by saying they're racist. As you say, this plan is sinister. You know, the anti-racist Wales Action Plan promises to promote, and I quote, shifts in the belief and behaviour of the white majority and to pursue systematic and cultural changes. She set up something called the Race Disparity Evidence Unit and has turned to Climate Cymru BAME, whatever the hell that is. By the way, BAME, I thought, was now an outmoded term, but apparently not in Wales. And Climate Cymru BAME have suggested to Eluned that a good idea to make Wales more friendly, less hostile to ethnic communities, is to have vast areas where dogs are banned.
Yeah, dogs banned from parks because dogs are racist now too. No. I mean, I just don't get it. Like, how are dogs racist? They don't even explain why they want to do that.
I think it's this, Jonathan, that some ethnic people are, shall we say, less well disposed towards dogs.
Some white people are scared of dogs.
Yeah,
I mean, it's nuts. And about the BAME thing, David Lammy actually chaired a review into the treatment of BAME people in the criminal justice system once, and then later tweeted that BAME is a lazy, impersonal piece of jargon. So, you know, our mastermind foreign secretary himself isn't sure what he thinks of it. I do think it is an out-of-date word, and I think if you read through this report, this Welsh report, it's just full of guff and nonsense, like you just highlighted. I mean, cultural maturity matrix they want to create to measure how anti-racist everyone is. At one point they say that in the Welsh Government and civil service they want to have something like, I can't remember what it was, something like a 20% effort of only racially non-white people being recruited in order to somehow make it fairer. How does that make it fairer?
Bear this in mind, Jonathan, that Eluned Morgan, one of her recent or past statements was that the people of Wales got to be very careful because there are too many racist buildings in Wales. Yeah. So there's another thing to watch out for.
Well, libraries have been told not to host events in racist buildings as part of this.
There you go. I mean, now
this
is sort of laughably comical, and but I think on a more serious basis, it undermines proper work to combat racism, like what you do about anti-Semitism. If people go down these ridiculous woke avenues, then the real campaign to get rid of real racism is undermined, and therein lies the problem.
Exactly. Anti-Semitism in Wales went up something like 300% over the last year, and Jews are mentioned in this massive report twice. And all it says is that there should be some sort of commitment to Holocaust Memorial Day. So that is important generally, but it's not going to sort out the current wave of anti-Semitism sweeping through Wales and the rest of the country. And it barely touches on Jewish people otherwise.
Absolutely. Well, it's Labour. Jonathan, thank you very much. We'll talk again soon. Jonathan Sacerdoti there. Much still to come. Stay where you are.